Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Ultimate General Civil War, where we are only going to use the worst available equipment. And today we are going to fight the first battle of Bull Run. For that we have once more exhausted our manpower reserve, and the majority of our army is armed with the Springfield M1842. But we were able to equip Wharton's brigade with the Farmer. We are also going to bring a battery of 7 6-pounder field guns and 7 10-pounder ordnances to the battlefield. And if you take a look into the armory, you can see that we only have 3 farmers remaining and 225 reboard farmers, but none of our brigades were so small that I could equip them with this weapon. And to make sure that we can field an adequate amount of soldiers, I have invested another perk into army organization. Unfortunately, we do not have any reconnaissance, meaning that we do not know what the enemy brings to the field. But in total, the Union is going to bring 16,800 soldiers and 44 artillery pieces. The rebels are guarding the Manassas Railroad Junction with strong forces a few miles east of this location. Bull Run River is defended by several CSA brigades, and forcing our way through could be risky. It is advised to initiate a feint attack on this bridge with a small amount of regiments. Our main force can pass the river here and attack the left flank of the Confederate army. If we act fast, the rebels will have no time to reinforce the area and will be forced off the field. Then we will move east and deal the final blow. We can end the war today. General, good luck. General, we are ready to execute our diversionary attack on this stone bridge. Some rebel regiments are guarding the area. Advance with caution. In about an hour, our division will arrive and launch a full-scale attack on their flank. Until then, keep the rebels busy. Good luck, General. Well, we are receiving some forces. We have the 1st Ohio and the 2nd New York over here, and we have some artillery. It looks like we have 6-pounder field guns in both of those batteries. And I think we are not going to attack the stone bridge. Instead, we are planning to attack over this crossing. Let's get the skirmishers of the 1st Ohio out to make sure that we cannot get surprised. And these skirmishers are going to make sure that we are not going to get surprised over the bridge. Ideally, we are going to overwhelm the enemy in this area and then push onto our objective from this way. So far we have not made contact with the enemy. Let's order these soldiers to double time it. And over here our skirmishers should hold their ground to make sure that they're not going to run away once they see the enemy approach. These men can now stop running. We have made it across, and we can see that the 4th South Carolina is setting up over here. Our artillery can move forward. And we have spotted rebel cavalry. Clay's dragoons are falling back for the moment, but we are soon going to get into contact with them. Let's get the 2nd Ohio over there. We see artillery fire coming from this direction. And over here I want the 1st Ohio to move up over on this direction. In theory, the rebels could outflank us over this route, but I do not think that they are going to do that. Let's get these skirmishers forward just a little bit so that we can maybe get an eye on the enemy. There are Clay's dragoons. Our skirmishers are luckily not getting spotted. I am still going to order the 2nd Ohio to... Well, no, I'm going to order the 2nd Ohio to move forward, and I'm simply going to get our artillery forward. 1st Ohio skirmishers are taking casualties. But we are now also opening up on the 4th South Carolina. Let's order these soldiers to hold. 1st Ohio also hold and prepare to hit Clay's dragoons. Everyone, hit those cavalrymen. Good volley, good volley. Now, first Ohio. Open up, open up. You're getting blocked by these skirmishers? Okay. Now, get ready. Very good fire. This is Clay's Dragoons routed for the moment. Over here we can see enemy artillery. They are shelling, I assume, these guys. And our own artillery is about to set up. Let's make sure that they are getting into the fight. And maybe we are able to completely... Yes, we have this rebel cavalry destroyed. 150 skirmishers are trying to push. Let's deal with them quickly. So far we do not see any defenders on the stone bridge, but I'm sure that they are there. Now artillery is opening up. We have already inflicted 6 casualties onto the enemy. These skirmishers are down quite a bit. Wonderful. More volleys and they are going to break. We have taken some casualties already and soon ammunition supplies are going to run out, but I think we are delivering a good fight against the enemy. Very good. Reconnaissance cavalry has been spotted. We can now open up fire more effectively on the enemy. And I want these scouts to move up over here. I do not want to be surprised by the enemy. And our flanking attack has begun. For the moment, I'm simply going to order our forces forward. Ideally, we are going to capture these woods. Yes, this should be everyone selected. We are going to rush our soldiers forward. And in the meantime, we are still working through these defenses. 4 South Carolina is delivering us a good fight. But we are getting through them slowly but surely. Let's get the 2nd Ohio forward. Maybe this is going to give us a little bit of extra firepower. 1st Ohio skirmishers can reattach. And I wonder if we can actually push this river uncontested. I'm almost certain that they have something on this line. Yeah, there they have the Louisiana Tigers. Our skirmishers are still not getting spotted. These boys are getting flanked. I do not know from who. Let's order them to fall back for a minute. Maybe their positioning was the reason. And over here our scout cavalry is pushing forward. I want skirmishers out to make sure that the rebels cannot surprise us. Come on, boys. Push up, push up, push up. Let's focus further on the action. Our scout cavalry is melee cavalry. Maybe some long-range cavalry would be a little bit more efficient right now, but we are going to work with what we get. And we are receiving more reinforcements. Let's get these boys forward over here. We will change their positioning soon. I am absolutely certain of that, and we are receiving more reinforcements. Very nice. Now, can we get our scout cavalry forward and maybe rear flank the 4 South Carolina? They are giving us a tremendous fight, but hopefully we are able to rout them quickly. Over here our scouts have made it into their position. Let's get the rest of the men forward. And we can see that B's brigade is guarding Matthews Hill. We need to get our boys in position. We can see that B and Bartov are setting up. And our scouts have made it into the rear of the enemy. Let's hope this charge is going to break the 4 South Carolina so that we can get on the flank of the enemy forces. Charge up, boys. Yes, we can see that we are hitting them. Our scouts are taking casualties though. Let's also try to charge the second Ohio forward. These scouts are going to fall back, it seems. Yeah, their morale is crumbling, but we were able to repel these forces. Let's get everyone forward. These guns need to push forward as well. And our scout cav is routing the enemy, but they're getting flanked. Let's get the scout cavalry back. Okay, for the moment, this situation over here is in control, and over here we need to get our boys forward. We are moving, but we are moving slowly. Franklin and Wilcox have arrived. Very good. Some strong brigades. And in about a minute or two, we should be strong enough to push B. I'm surprised that they have not attacked us yet. But this is very fine by me, giving us a lot more opportunity to set up. Over here I want to push down and attack these forces. Our artillery is preparing to cross. I'm going to leave the 2nd New York behind together with our scout cavalry to make sure that our rear is protected. And now we can see that the rebels are beginning to charge. Roberts, double time it. Wagner, double time it. Kitching, move forward as well. Kite, if possible, move up on the enemy flank. Your skirmishers are needed over here. We're now receiving even more forces. We have Howard and we finally also have some supplies on the battlefield. The 6-pounder field guns are about to set up. Everyone, hold your ground. And open fire. Over here our flanking attack is coming up. We try to get over on this side and then press the enemy down. And over here our already tired forces are pushing up to get the Lynchburg battery. Let's get our skirmishers forward just to occupy the attention of these guns. And over here Kite skirmishers can push into B's flank. Roberts can also attack, and General Beauregard is overseeing the defense. Hampton's elite brigade should be nearby. Alrighty then. These guns are still hanging back. Wilcox is coming up, and we get about 3,000 soldiers on the enemy flank. Let's hope we can deal with the enemy before they can reinforce. We have driven away these skirmishers, but unfortunately 1st Ohio skirmishers have taken severe casualties. Let's get these skirmishers up as well. These boys can reattach. And we need to focus everything that we have on these guns. Once they are routed, we can take care of the Louisiana Tigers. There, B is falling back. We hear charges from the enemy. We do not know where they are yet. There they are. We have Beauregard, we have the 4th South Carolina coming up. But our flanking force is also here. Let's push forward. We're going to get Kitching and Kite over on this direction. As we can see, enemy reinforcements coming up. Wilcox and Franklin. Double time it. These 10-pounders focus on Bartov. And these men need to move up quicker. Trash Banner, move forward. And these 10-pounders are good where they are. 6-pounders move up as well. And we have made target. Turtle, move up on Bartov's flank. The rest of you double time it. Sherman is ready to attack as well. Very good. I want Sherman to set up over here. We were able to drive away the Lynchburg battery. We are now taking care of the Louisiana Tigers. Our skirmishers are fighting. And our artillery is about to set up. Let's get the 2nd New York forward over here. Our scouts are good where they are. And we can see that Bartov is falling back. Loomis, Still and Walton, you're going to take position in this wheel field. Roberts, move forward on the flank. The rest is going to focus on Hampton's Legion. Franklin, you're going to close this gap. Kitching, just open fire. You do not need to close in with the enemy. Our 6-pounders should have a good field of fire. We can see Hampton's Legion falling back. These skirmishers can reattach for the moment. And it looks like the Confederate elite Hampton's Legion is not a match for our forces. B is still holding us back, but we are about to push in to the objective. We have found enemy artillery. Let's push up with the men. And down here I want the boys to push forward to the river line to delay the enemy reinforcements. We can see that the 4th South Carolina is trying to fall back. We are now securing Matthews Hill, and we can see that these artillery pieces are taking heavy hits. Let's get Loomis forward. His condition is very bad, so I cannot immediately order him to charge. But we are going to push up and slowly overrun the enemy artillery. Roberts also move forward. Wagner move forward. Wilcox further on the flank. We can now see that the enemy is retreating. They are pushing closer to our own lines, meaning that I'm going to wheel these artillery pieces around. And it looks like we were actually able to defeat the Louisiana Tigers. Let's get the 1st Ohio forward. 2nd Ohio move up as well. Our skirmishers are taking a heavy beating, but they do what they have to and delay the enemy. Let's get these guns over here as well. And we now need to hope that the enemy is not going to push us back over here. And we are now informed that the rebels are withdrawing to Henry Hill. General, we outnumber the enemy and we must keep pushing forward. The Confederates are establishing their defense on top of this hill near Henry's farm. General Jackson has been spotted with fresh troops coming from the south. We must break this hill's defenses before the arrival of rebel reinforcements. Awaiting your orders to attack. And attack we will. Let's get the men forward. We still have some artillery behind our lines, but they are not going to matter. I'm simply going to send everyone forward, including our artillery. We want to push aggressively and we want to deal with the enemy quickly, especially since they are now trying to overrun our beleaguered flank over here. Sherman, double time it. And our artillery line can now also focus on the enemy. Let's get these scouts out. Wilcox, move up. Wagner, you're going to charge the enemy. And we can see that everyone is moving forward. This is what we want to see. Loomis is getting flanked, but we have trouble coming up over here. Thomas Jackson's brigade appears to be establishing a defensive position on Henry Hill. Well then, let's get the enemy moving up. We can see that we are now getting rear flank over here. Let's get these boys out. Double time it, man, double time it. The arrival of enemy reinforcements makes this fight, of course, difficult over here. But with more of our forces pushing up, we should have an easy time making this crossing. Let's get Still and Wharton forward before the enemy can establish their lines. And Stuart's cavalry is going for our right flank. And it looks like I have forgotten an entire brigade behind our lines. Let's get these boys forward. 2nd New York, you can now focus down. Sherman, move up. We can see that the enemy is trying to retake the positions on the stone bridge. Artillery, prepare to fire. We have an entire supply train to spare, so let's send them over. We can see that the 4th South Carolina is getting torn apart, and over here in the water we have unfortunately fight the enemy. And over here we are unfortunately caught in the water. Walton, charge the enemy. You have the perfect melee weapon for that. These artillery pieces are still moving up. Howard's double time it. Franklin, deliver flanking fire. Over here I want the 4th South Carolina destroyed. B is trying to oppose our movements. Everyone else open up on the enemy forces. It looks like they concentrate the majority of their men over here. And we are over the river. Wharton has taken 62 casualties, but his farmer is basically a massive club that we can shove into the face of our enemies. Let's get all of our infantry forward. We have some forces left behind. The 6-pounders also need to move up. General, move forward. And right now it looks like we are outrunning the enemy, but also our own lines. Franklin is caught in the water. We need to push over quickly. Kite, move up. Wilcox, move up. Over here we are still holding back the enemy, but we are taking some heavy casualties. Ayers, move forward on this position. You should have a position on the enemy flank. And it looks like the Tigers are trying to help on this flank. Wilcox is setting up. And Kite, I want you to double time it to get over. The 33rd Virginia is trying to charge Franklin, but we outnumber them 2-1 and we have a lot of cover fire. And over here Howard is moving up. You can stop running now, but send out your skirmishers so that we can figure out where the enemy actually is. Artillery open fire, and the 33rd Virginia surrendered. Where are they? Here they are. Let's rout off the field. Nope, 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 nope. You're not going to rout into the direction of your friends. That is not allowed. Very good. B tried to charge us, and the Louisiana Tigers are also rushing in, allowing us to fire at them from behind and from this flank. Wilcox also open fire. Over here we have driven back the 22nd Virginia. Let's move our soldiers forward. Colonel Orlando Wilcox is wounded. Now, 33rd, you can withdraw from the field. We can see that the 5th Virginia is over here. We have some skirmishers on our flank. But it doesn't look like the enemy has anything else left. B has surrendered, and the 1st Louisiana Tigers have also surrendered. None of their equipment is good. But for our challenge, this is of course working very well. Let's get everyone forward. We are driving away Bartov and the 4th Virginia. We have also almost destroyed the Lynchburg battery. These artillery pieces need to move up to shell the enemy flanks. And we have Keyes' brigade coming up. He is going to be crucial as he has a fresh unit and we are going to need fresh firepower. Our skirmishers are going to hold over here. And the rest of our forces can push up to the objective. Walton has taken some casualties, but he wasn't a strong force to begin with. And it looks like the majority of the rebel forces over here have collapsed. Sherman, 2nd Ohio and 1st Ohio move forward to the river line. And over here everyone can move forward. Very good. Let's get our general forward as well. And also push up with our artillery line. Supplies are getting delivered to the front. Very good. We can push now forward with Sherman. This battle is looking very nice for now. We are taking some pot shots at Beauregard and looks like we have defeated him. Hampton's Legion is trapped in the farm and they are soon also going to fall back. And we are going to push forward and ever forward, and we are never going to stop until we have those rebels surrendered. There is Hampton's Legion gun. Very good. Franklin, move forward. Kite, move forward. We hear a charge of enemy forces, but we do not see where they are coming from. It looks like the 4th Virginia is trying to stop us from crossing. Let's divert Sherman. And let's get Keyes over here as well. Lyle needs to move forward a little bit so that we can give out some more ammunition. And the 4th Virginia is falling back once more. Wagner, you're going to overtake Walton, and Roberts, you're going to get behind still. Tuttle, you're going to protect our flank. Ricketts, you have 6-pounder field guns, you're going to get over here as well. The same goes with these 6-pounders, these 10-pounders can stay. Kitching, move up. And we now basically only have some artillery in our way. Only 44 minutes remaining until the next phase of the battle. And we need to get Bartov out of this position to collapse this enemy flank. Second Virginia and the 4th South Carolina are pushing for our flank. Let's make sure we send some forces over to make sure that they do not breach it. We have Bockenbrough and Stannard over here defending their objective. But except from those artillery pieces, it looks like we have broken the Confederate line. Let's get everyone forward, let's get the general forward as well. And these 10-pounders now also need to follow the front. Scouts, I want you over here to protect our flank. And we can now also send Keys over as we have driven back Bartov. Come on, man, everyone, move up, move up, move up. Our flank is now looking very large. We are overstacking some of our units. Now, this could cause some issues down the line. But we still just need to move. We're now slowly taking over Henry Hill. We have 30 minutes left on the clock until the next phase of the battle is going to begin. And we are pressing the Confederate forces into a corner. Over here we can see Hampton's Legion falling back. We have some skirmishers over here holding the line. And we begin to push them down. Over here Bartov is trying a desperate charge, but it looks like he is opening his flank to us. Meaning that this flanking attack is not going to succeed. Very good. It looks like nothing is going to stop us over here. Let's therefore establish a fighting line. We're also going to get our artillery forward. Loomis get up. And over here we need to push forward as soon as we have driven back the 2nd Virginia. These artillery pieces are now defeated. And we can see that the Confederate line is falling back. Very good. 15 minutes left to hold until the objective is officially in our hands. And I wonder if rebel reinforcements are even going to arrive if we have taken that objective so early. Let's get everyone forward. Kite, I want you over here as a reserve. Howard skirmishers, I want you over here. Loomis push up as well, and it looks like everyone is moving. Kitching, Wilcox and the 2nd New York, you are going to push up on the enemy. I want to inflict as many casualties to the rebels as possible. Sherman, you're also going to push up. Lyle, move forward, and these artillery pieces can now link up with the rest of our line. And it looks like we have basically trapped the entire Confederate army. You love to see it. Over here the 1st and 2nd Ohio have taken massive casualties. They are still on the field though. They have been fighting from the beginning. They are completely exhausted. But this day of fighting is almost over, and we are definitely going to give them some rest afterwards. And now the Confederate counterattack begins. General, our men are exhausted from the continuous fight and more rebels are coming. We should stop our advance and hold our ground. Well, we could. We of course could stop our advance and hold our ground. But why would we? We are pushing the rebels, they are completely broken, and it is now simply a matter of beating them down. Johnson is spotted. We are getting some trouble up ahead. Howard, open fire. Artillery, also move up. You're going to focus on Smith. Kite, I want you over here. And we are going to make sure that the Confederate counterattack is going to die as quickly as the rest of their forces. Loomis, I want you over here. We can see that Earl is charging up. We have Johnson over here. But we also have Franklin in reserve. Now let's get Franklin forward. Sherman is also coming in to plug the gap. Light is over here delivering ammunition. Kitching, open fire. 2nd Ohio is also shifting. Wilcox, focus on the front. Hold your ground. The enemy is already routed. Very good. Bonham is falling back after massive casualties. We have Hampton's Legion coming up, and 164 men of the 27th Virginia are once more willing to charge. Why ever they want to do this suicide. Loomis get on the flank of Smith. Kite opening up on those guys. And we can see that more of the rebel forces are withdrawing. Kitching, stop moving. You have a target ahead. 4 South Carolina is coming up, and I want this unit gun. Come on. Everyone. Open fire. Surprisingly, they have reached our lines, but they are going to break. Hampton's Legion over here is falling back. Very good. Smith is charging our guys. Let's get Wagner forward. Smith is routed. These boys broke. Very good. We are on their flank. Tuttle, move forward. Still move forward. Loomis, open fire. And now the great Turkish shoot continues. We can see that Earl is trying to shift his forces. We have Hampton's Legion and the skirmishers also over here trying to protect their flank, but it is not going to save them. Over here we are hunting down Smith. He is trying to break out to our left flank. Let's get Howard's skirmishers over here, just to harass him a little bit. And now we can focus on the utter destruction of the rebel army. Over here the 2nd New York broke. That is absolutely acceptable. Stewart is coming up. And we need to send Keyes forward. Roberts also move up. Cat, move forward. And Tata, move forward as well. Smith is continuing to be routed. Very good. And if someone can shoot Jackson, this would be very nice of you. Unfortunately, we are running out of space to place our soldiers. Let's get these boys over here. Maybe they will arrive in time. This is the only route of escape left for the Confederates. There another unit broke. The 2nd Virginia is once more taking casualties. A wonder that they are still on the field. And Ewell is falling back, and it looks like the men from Virginia have also broken. This group of skirmishers broke as well. Kite, move forward. And if we could get our scout cavalry all the way over here to take care of the enemy supplies, this would also be lovely. Now let's get these boys on target again. Come on, man, close the distance. And there we have Coke wavering. One good volley and he is going to be running. Kitching just took a massive hit. But we are going to repay this in kind. Bonham is now bleeding man. Our force is arriving on the enemy flank and we are trying to trap them. Franklin is pushing up. He is moving on the double. And we are basically shooting them like fish in a barrel. Keys, move forward. If possible, I want to order you to charge. Maybe we can take some more prisoners. Unfortunately, I cannot see how many soldiers are remaining in this unit, but it cannot be a lot. Now, charge in. Over here we can shoot the enemy in the rear. We can see that these boys are falling back. They have not surrendered, but they have broken. And our scouts are coming in. Very good. Another unit is destroyed. We have enemy supplies in front of us. We cannot immediately take them. Or can we? Can you charge these supplies, please? No, you cannot. I guess these supplies are not going to be surrendered, but are going to be shot to pieces. Very nice fire. We can see more of their forces falling back. 1 or 2 more steps and we could, in theory, take over the enemy supply chain. But I doubt that this is going to happen. Down here we are charging Ewell. And we have captured some enemy supplies. They still are loaded. Very good. This is going to help us. These men can unfortunately not charge. They're completely exhausted. But the second could charge in. Maybe we can make some more prisoners before this fight ends. Roberts also moved forward. Sherman moved down. I have barely used him. Still, he was able to kill over 430 rebels. And only suffered 79 casualties. We have captured even more supplies. Bonham surrendered. Over here, Turtle is in a bit of trouble. We are sending help in. Let's get everyone forward. Coke is falling back. Can these scouts finish him off? They are heavily outnumbered, but the enemy is running. Down here, Smith is still fighting in the water. They have taken massive casualties. But I guess these scouts have to withdraw. Everyone down here, open up on you. Here's the last remaining unit in our reach. Over here we can hunt down Coke, and it looks like these boys broke. We have almost annihilated the rebel force in their entirety. Ewell has surrendered. And we are going to get a lot of farmers after this fight. Let's send our scouts forward to make sure that the enemy does not retreat over here. And I'm going to cut back to you once we have defeated the last rebel force. We have found Coke. We are opening fire. Let's get Sherman on the flank. Come on, Sherman, move forward. Coke is wheeling around, willing to greet you. And now we're going to charge it. Yes! And this fight ended with Coke surrendering. In this battle, we fielded 15,200 infanterists, 217 cavalrymen, and 44 guns. After this battle, close to 3,200 infanterists became casualties, as well as 75 cavalrymen. The rebels, on the other hand, fielded 14,000 infanterists, 450 cavalrymen, and 36 guns. After this fight, 9,400 of their infantry and 270 of their cavalrymen have become casualties, 25 of their guns have been destroyed, and 3,085 of their soldiers were captured. Meaning that we have destroyed the entire Confederate army. We have achieved all of our goals. And the best unit on the battlefield was Wilcox with 962 kills, followed by Kite with 863 and Howard with 810. Our losses are led by the 2nd New York with 384 casualties, followed by Wilcox with 370 and the 2nd Ohio with 365. Within our officer corps, the Colonels Orlando Wilcox and George Tompkins were wounded, and we can also celebrate a couple promotions. Last but not least, we were able to capture 91 Cook and Brothers and 73 Hunters. We also got our hands on 1700 farmer rifles as well as 380 reboard farmers and 16 Sharps Model 1855. We also captured 6 6-pounder field guns and a lot of enemy supplies. This is definitely going to aid us well in the upcoming battles. After this fight, we have been awarded with 2 career points and 10 reputation, as well as $236,500 and 14,000 fresh recruits. We can now also field an additional Army Corps, and the 3,085 prisoners we have taken were exchanged for 1,000 additional recruits. And overall, our army is still looking quite well, and we should have more than enough manpower available to further increase the size of our army. But this has to be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.